Hello and welcome to what I hope will be a relaxing ride around Storth. We've just come off the road to Silverdale and this is supposed to lead us into Storth. Now, I've not been here before, so this is completely new to me. We may get lost, but you can't get too lost, can you, in a small village, surely. It's a beautiful day, and I have to apologise for the slight rattling on the sound quality. The camera is being charged from the device on the handlebars, which meant I had to have the little flap down where it plugs in, and that was rattling, I think, up and down. But I'll sort that out on another ride. We don't want that again. I'm not quite sure where this is leading us. I can see some buildings over on the left hand side there, and this is a blackbird just flown across there. Oh, and another one there on the left. The leaves are just starting to show. Ah, farm building. Right, where do we go from here? Turning on the left, that looks like a farmyard, doesn't it? No, we won't go down there, we'll carry straight on then. Indecisions. Oh, can't quite make up his mind there. Right, off we go. Not too sure about this. I have a feeling we might turn around here. Well, I know we do because I've done this already, haven't I? Footpaths left and right. Yes, we've decided to turn around and go back. It's a beautiful warm breeze blowing over. This is the first time I think I can remember in months we've had such a lovely breeze. I'm going to turn off round to the right here, which looks as though I'm going to go into a farmyard. But nothing ventured. Where's that going to go? Ah, over on the right hand side there is a tower, which is on the map. It's shown in the Ordnance Survey's old-fashioned writing-y. So presumably it must be a very old tower, probably a fortified house from the past. Which, over on the left there you can see some limestone. And this is limestone country. We've stopped here, and that on the left also is a Camping and Caravan Club certified site, as they're called, or CL, which takes up to 5 caravans and I think 8 tents. It would take up to 8 tents. So obviously the farmers decided to take campers, and off we go again. I'm not even sure where this is going to lead us. Looking on the map, as I have now, which I didn't have at the time, this is all a bit of a unknown area for me. This is taking us where? Where is it taking us? Well, it's supposed to be taking us towards Storth, but I'm not entirely sure. Still, it's taking us through some lovely countryside, isn't it? In fact, it's taking us on the right hand side. This is underlaid wood, and there's little things called fairy steps. Now, I've heard about fairy steps. People have mentioned fairies. Have you been to fairy steps? Well, no, I haven't actually been to fairy steps. Ah, we've come to Road Junction, and here we're going to turn left because I can see some buildings, which might well be Storth. Or part of Storth, because I think it's a very laid out village. It's over quite a large area. Looking at the map now, I can see that there's a lot of it. And I've done a little bit of homework since I did the ride, and I can tell you there's quite a good website all about Storth with YouTube videos of various things happening in around Storth, not least of which is a boar on the River Bella, and I've watched that. It's quite interesting. You know, I wouldn't have thought well, I suppose the River Bella is quite close to the mouth of the Morecambe Bay, and when the tide came in it produced a boar which runs up the River Bella, and that's well worth watching if you get the time. Now I think we're going to go towards the end here, but we're going to be coming down towards Sandside, which is out of the village. You can just see it, car just going past on the main A road, and I'm deciding we're going to turn around here and come back again, because that's not going to take us into Storth, is it? Anyway, that's Sandside, and that's the Lakeland Fells you can see ahead of you. We're just turning around now. Come on, turn around. No parking. All right then, we won't. Off we go again. Right, back the way we came. And what we're going to do is at the junction where we came out, we're going to go straight on there rather than turn back up that junction, and that should take us, I hope, into Storth village. And the reason for riding around Storth is because one of my subscribers, HB, her father lived here back in the 1970s for a short while, and we're going to go straight on here and not turn right. We came out of that little junction there, we're going to go up here. Yes, he lived here, so she asked me if I would ride around Storth and try and find Breeze Hill, which is where he lived. But it's such a big village, the chances of finding somewhere like that, unless you know the actual address, I have to follow the postman, send a letter, find out when he gets it, and then follow him and find out where he goes, to Breeze Hill. Looks a bit more cultivated now with all those stones painted white to prevent parking, I presume. Perhaps it's just for decoration. I can't imagine many people coming on here to park and go for a walk, but maybe they do. This, I think, is the older part of the village. These houses look a fair bit older. There's a few new ones popped in here and there. I must say it's quite an interesting place. I had no idea it was so extensive. We're going to turn up here. Older building on the right there. If you want to get anything, I think you've got to go into Arnside or Silverdale, because there's only a post office come shop here in the village, according to the map, or actually it was on the website. It's a post office and shop. But hopefully they've got a community centre or something. People can meet and Well, it's a beautiful day for a ride anyway. And the roads are very quiet, aren't they? Which is nice. This is well, it's Friday morning. Now, this is where we turn left into, it says Storth, so this is the actual village centre. More modern buildings. Nice blossom, that must be magnolia, I think. Spring at last. At the time, I had no idea where this was going to lead me, of course. I was hoping that it was going to take me somewhere. Where is it going to be going? Well, now looking at the map, I can see it's going to take me eventually down onto the B road, the B5282, which leads from Milnthorpe to Arnside. And what we're going to do is go down to that main road which looks across Milnthorpe Sands, and we're going to we'll turn left at that main road, go along for a bit, then come back into another part of Storth, or perhaps more specifically it's called Car Bank and Hazelslack, which isn't quite Storth, but it's all part of it, I think. That's all yet to come, because we're still running down. You can see we're just running down towards the sea now. And this is also an older part, isn't it, judged by those houses there. There's the bay, sand side. And I think this must be the main way into Storth village itself. We're going to go left here. Run along for a bit towards Arnside and then turn off left back up into, as I said, Hazelslack and Car Bank. Over there you can see Arnside Knot, which we've seen before. We're fairly familiar with this road now, I imagine, although we were riding in the wet before and we were lovely and dry. And also we had that awful sun in our eyes, didn't we, last time. We're coming up to the railway bridge, disused railway. Watch out for that manhole cover, which we know about. There it is. Bumpy. Oh, there we go. so nice to be riding on dry roads. I don't think the sun ever really gets into this bit. Trees are quite high, aren't they? On the left hand side and on the right. Not too far up ahead, there is the turning up on the left, so that's what we're watching out for. Not that one. Aha, here it is. Now HB thinks that where her dad lived is just up on the left here, up our driveway. I think. Of course, this was all 50 years ago. So a lot's changed in 50 years, hasn't it? I'm not sure this is actually Storth, and see that's where she thinks he might have lived. But I don't think this is Storth, I think this is a different car bank, so, but I don't really know. And this will take us away from Storth back onto that Silverdale Silverdale Road, and then we'll turn left at the top back towards the Yellens. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this little ride around Storth. I know I did. It was very relaxing. Certainly not busy, so that was good. And lovely sunshine, which wasn't in my eyes, but just very pleasant to be out. Just coming up to the main road now. We're going to stop here and I'll leave you here and see you again for another ride, I hope, later on. Thank you for watching.